There are moments in history where a single ship becomes the center of a storm. Not just a storm of ice and waves, but a storm of steel, of fire, and of fate. December 26, 1943. The Arctic Ocean is silent, dark, freezing. The kind of cold that kills slowly and silently. But beneath that silence, something is moving. A hunter, fast, powerful, almost unstoppable. And tonight, it is being hunted.
Cutting through the icy waters of the north was one of Germany's most feared warships. The pride of the Kriegsmarine, the battlecruiser Scharnhorst. A ship built for war. Armed with massive guns. Capable of outrunning most enemies. And until now, nearly untouchable. But this mission would be different. Because somewhere beyond the darkness, hidden beyond the horizon, the British were waiting. And they weren't waiting blindly. This wasn't luck. This wasn't chance. This was intelligence. Behind closed doors. British codebreakers had intercepted German communications. They knew exactly what was coming. Admiral Erich Bay, commander of Scharnhorst, had been ordered to intercept an Arctic convoy. A convoy carrying vital supplies to the Soviet Union. And instead of protecting it, the British made a bold decision. They would turn it into bait. As Scharnhorst moved through the freezing Arctic waters, it wasn't alone for long. British cruisers were already in position. Watching. Waiting. And then, suddenly, contact. Gunfire erupted across the darkness. Shells tore through the sky. Explosions lit up the ocean like lightning. The battle had begun. But something went wrong. In the chaos of the engagement, Scharnhorst took a critical hit. Its radar system, its eyes in the darkness, was destroyed. And just like that, the hunter became blind. In the freezing Arctic storm, visibility was nearly zero. Snow. Darkness. Ice. Without radar. Scharnhorst was fighting in the dark. Admiral Bay made a decision. Retreat. Pull back. Regroup. But he didn't know, it was already too late, because out there, beyond the storm, something much bigger was waiting. HMS Duke of York. A British battleship, built for one purpose. To destroy ships like Scharnhorst. Leading the force, was Admiral Sir Bruce Fraser. Calm. Calculated. Patient. He had been waiting for this exact moment. And unlike the Germans, the British could see everything. Radar. Precision. Control. As Scharnhorst moved through the darkness, trying to escape, the British locked onto it. And then, they opened fire. The first salvos ripped across the ocean. Massive shells crashing into the German warship. One hit. Then another. And another. The main turrets, the heart of Scharnhorst's firepower, were being destroyed. Piece by piece. The hunter was now trapped, inside a storm of its own, but war is never one-sided. During the chaos, even the British took damage. A lucky German shot struck HMS Duke of York. Its radar system, disabled. And for a moment, everything changed. The advantage, gone. The battle, hanging by a thread. But then, something unbelievable happened. In the middle of a freezing Arctic storm, with winds tearing across the ship, one man made a decision. Lieutenant Harold Bates. Without hesitation, he climbed the mast. Higher and higher, into the freezing darkness. Ice forming around him. Wind trying to throw him into the sea. But he kept going. And somehow, against all odds, he fixed the radar. And in that moment, the British could see again, now the hunt was over. And the execution had begun. With radar restored, the British regained full control. Precision fire returned. And then, the fatal hit. A massive shell struck Scharnhorst's boiler room. Deep inside the ship. Where speed, power, and survival depended. The explosion ripped through the vessel. Steam. Fire. Chaos. And suddenly, the ship slowed down. In the middle of freezing open ocean, speed meant life. And now, Scharnhorst was losing it. The once unstoppable warship was now struggling to move. And the British knew it. With Scharnhorst crippled, the final phase began. British destroyers moved in. Fast. Aggressive. Deadly. They surrounded the German ship like wolves. Torpedoes launched into the freezing sea. One hit. Then another. Then more. Each impact shaking the ship. Tearing it apart from below. Water flooding in. Systems failing. The ship began to list. Slowly, but steadily. Still, the German crew fought. They fired back. They resisted. They held their positions. Even as the ship beneath them was dying. This wasn't just a battle anymore. This was survival. This was defiance. This was a final stand, but some battles cannot be won. As torpedoes continued to strike, Scharnhorst began to sink deeper into the icy ocean. The lights flickered. The guns fell silent. And then, in the freezing darkness of the Arctic, the ship disappeared beneath the waves. Gone. Just like that. Of the 1,968 men aboard, only 36 survived. The rest, lost to the sea. Lost to the storm. Lost to history. After the battle, even victory felt heavy. Admiral Bruce Fraser, the man who led the attack, later spoke with respect about his enemy. He praised the courage, the discipline, and the bravery of the German crew. Because in the end, this wasn't just a story about victory or defeat. It was a story about men, trapped in a storm, fighting to the very last moment. And somewhere, beneath the frozen waters of the Arctic, Scharnhorst still rests. A silent reminder of the night, the hunter, became the hunted. If you want more real stories like this, where history feels like a movie, hit subscribe. Because the next story might be even more unbelievable.